Right. SpeedGaming. We are back for the round 2 between sloaters27 and LynxX Unlimited. This is the Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament Grand Finals. This is the second round because Lynx was able to take that win in the first round. My name is Eddie, and with me once again is Professor School. Professor School, what are you thinking about this match up ahead?
What can I possibly say, Eddie? This is it. This is the rubber match. The best of 3 concludes now. Our top 2 seeds, number 1 Lynx, number 2 sloaters27, went tit for tat, beat each other up in 2 previous races, and now Lynx forcing a game 3. This is it. This is what we've all wanted. A month plus of any percent racing in SGL 2021. This is what it all comes down to. One final race. Let us see who takes this 2021 championship.
Absolutely, and I've got to say, with about 40 plus people in the bracket, this is going to be match number. Yep, this is match number 85 to conclude the tournament. So both these runners making it so far into this tournament, taking down so many great players. I mean, this was a stacked tournament, Prof. We had runners from all ranges, basically runners from all ranges, but we had so many runners in that 44 range, the 42 range, and we got Lynx, the 41 runner here himself. But honestly, incredible that they've come this far to make this far. They are in that prize money, and they're fighting for that first place prize, that grand prize of that modded SNES Junior, and that cash money for that first place. It's going to be such an incredible match. I'm excited. Let's hope it doesn't end the same way that it did the first one around. But that being said, we have both these players getting out of that series station.
Yep, cash money, modded SNES Junior, and the bragging rights of SGL 2021 Super Metroid Any Percent Champion. It's all on the line. sloaters27 and Lynx. Here we go.
Yeah, and I can't, both these players coming out with that 46 series. They're here to play, Prof. They're here to play.
They're here to play. We are here to call the action, and we hope everyone in chat is here to have a good time. We are on to Zebus and off of Series Station. Let's heckin' go.
Prof, it's the tourney's about to conclude. I'm just so excited. This is the number 1 2 seed. This is kind of how you kind of maybe expected to pan out, but we've had so many crazy things that have happened in this tournament. Upsets left and right, people dying, people barely making it out alive, matches coming in conclusion within 3 seconds of each other, frame counts. We've had it all, and it all comes down to this final match between Lynx and Sloaters. And I've got to say, both of these players, I think, really want to win this. We have Sloaters having great performance in the other tournaments as well. I think he really would like to take this home as well. But Lynx in the 2020 Super Metroid 80% was the runner-up in this tournament. So I think he's absolutely coming back with a vengeance and wants to take this takes the trophy home tonight.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'd be curious about your perspective on this, Eddie. I think there was someone who said that the final matchups of this Any Percent tournament, something like this, are essentially decided before the races even get started, and then the better runner is almost always going to win. But we have, as you said, just seen so much chaos. We've seen top runners go down in round 1 of this tournament, have to fight their way all the way through the backdoor bracket. We've seen some real chaos, and yet, despite all of that, number 1 and number 2 seed have made it here, and they've proven that they're just ahead above the rest.
The interesting thing is, even though there's the number 1 and number 2 seeds, typically people will measure Super Retro skill based off that personal best time. Now, that being said, while that does show that the highs of that one player can be extremely strong, I think one of the main reasons these two players made it this far is because not only are they elite, but they have that extreme consistency. Because even if you are a very strong runner and you have mashed out, let's say, a 42, a 43 in a PB, if it took you many resets to get to that point, well, now you're going to have to win 5 to 10 matches straight without having taken a random death in lower warfare or something like that to make it this far. So when you're talking about consistency, I mean, this is the cream of the crop, getting these two players at the top consistently just beating everyone. And then the only reason why Lynx got knocked down into the lowest bracket is because Sloaters consistented him into the lowest bracket. So I gotta say, like, it's just, that's the word for it, because Sloaters really just putting on a clinic in that round. And Lynx, maybe his only misstep in this entire tournament was actually the previous round. So definitely looking to see if he can recover from that one. And once again, both these players having really good bomb times. All right, so let's see. Bomb Chorizo has a little bit of RNG. The drops can be a little bit sketchy sometimes, but looks like this is going to be a 1-round for Lynx, taking 0 damage. That was as perfect as it gets. And Sloaters will also get that 1 round. Takes a little snippet right there, but he should be fine as long as he doesn't get drop spawning on that right side of the map. That's exactly what happened.
Oh, man. Goodness gracious, Eddie.
Commentator's curse. Unfortunately, only a few missiles spawned and they were on the right side. So, Sloaters, the most important thing is that he has that 99 health, but it's going to be a little tricky. He's likely going to be able to get one little missile pack from this bug on the way down as he shoots these bugs, but is going to have to stop to grab both of these missiles from the waivers. So you'll see him pause for 1 second, because he can't grab that second waiver if he oh, interesting. So that was cool. Sloaters employed a strategy where he shot 2 missiles and then a P-shot to open the door. And that let him just run through without stopping. I didn't know you could actually do that. So
yeah, unfortunately not getting hecked on those waiver drops. Sometimes they can be a little bit finicky, but things working out for Sloaters with that RNG and arriving with just the right missile count to do this double bug farm strat and go towards that mock ball.
Okay, so yeah, Lynx with that extra missile decided that he doesn't have to shoot that extra missile to farm that bug. With 3, all you need is that 1 missile pack. So it just drops down, shoots that, and farms. Ooh, we'll probably miss that D-boost. And Sloaters gets the D-boost, so Sloaters making up a little bit of time there on Lynx. You may have noticed that Sloaters D-boosted off the waivers, so he took only 10 damage, whereas Lynx just decided he was going to run through and took 20 damage from that hopper. So 10 less health. But, in the end, that shouldn't be a big deal. Both these players more than capable of getting through that Fantoon fight.
Identical drops from the Rios. RNG keeping things even for now.
And we have a nice little down back to squeeze through that little platform right there without having to clip anything. And both players grabbing that missile, and yeah, this is a close race so far. Very exciting to see that both players are neck and neck, not having any big hiccups in that early game.
I'll say the down back is very pretty, but the weave is actually free if you do it right.
Nice little cameo appearance by Shiny Zenny, but the weave is in fact not free. That is a hard trick, and I will not have anyone say otherwise. Meanwhile, Sloaters getting that up in 2 does save some time, yet somehow Lynx is, I think, maintaining that lead. So maybe some slightly cleaner movement by Lynx. Nice little bug boost by both players, and yeah,
and a nice door fix there from both runners as well. Just sneaking in the bottom part of that door with that aim down hitbox shrink and making sure that you don't have that. It can be a pretty egregious door actually coming there out of Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you who are maybe a little bit newer and tuning into these final matches, every door transition, sometimes they don't line up correctly, so you might notice between the door transitions, sometimes the camera has to move and shift vertically or horizontally depending on where the door is, and depending on how Samus enters that door, you can actually fix that door. And in fact, that previous room, the Caterpillar room down, a strat that you typically do to fix the door is you morph and you clip the ledge, and the camera doesn't scroll down far enough, and therefore the door transition is actually a little bit faster. So when you're talking about saving frames, I mean, these players exactly know exactly what they're doing. If you see them jump through a door, then you're wondering why did they jump through that door when it didn't seem like they had to. That's probably why.
Wow, beautiful movement from Sloaters there coming through Caterpillar Room. Holy smokes.
Both these players neck and neck right now. Now, we did see Lynx in the previous one had a little bit of trouble with that moat. So as you can tell, a top runner like Lynx having trouble with moat just goes to show how hard that room really is. But we see both players heading into that room right now. We'll see if there's any CWJ attempts, that continuous wall jump, which is the fastest way to go through, or if we'll see the horizontal bomb jump back up.
Looks like it'll be an HBJ from both. Yeah.
Both exact same frame too. They jumped at the same pixel basically.
Oh no!
Both of them not making it across first try. Lynx also taking a dip in the mode. So
wow,
so far,
a double dip.
It's almost like a wash right now. Look at that! It's synced up.
Folks, this is unreal. Let's go! Wow.
So,
the moat is brutal, but holy smokes, folks.
Oh, Sloater's taking a little bit of a dip in the ocean, but you know, you didn't fall at the very end, so that's what matters. This Ripper might be in a weird spot, but yeah, okay, Sloater's making it across just fine. Lynx taking a little bit of advantage right there, but that HBJ sync was hilarious to watch. I love it. It's amazing. That was great. All right, so Lynx does have a little bit of advantage right here, but that being said, you know, that's nothing that Fantoon can fix. You did see in the previous match, I think, yeah, Sloaters, I think, had a little bit of trouble, was accidentally enraged Fantoon because one missile from that Doppler missed, and Fantoon was off by one missile. And you have to finish Fantoon off with that super, because any supers hit prior to that will basically make you lose like 15 seconds or so. It's a big time loss. So right, no fast.
Keep your eyes peeled. Let's see what we have on the left and right side of our screen.
Low for Lynx.
And a slow for Sloaters. Off screen for Lynx.
Ooh,
I think that was 6.
That's a slow for Lynx, it looks like. And this is looking like a slow mid, unless he gets the slow.
I can't tell. Did Sloaters only get 5 in there?
I'm not sure, but both players actually getting slow here. Lynx nailing that 2-round. Sloaters nailing that 2-round. All right, woo! So we got no real RNG so much from Fantoon. Both players getting that slow. So we still have that race right now, and oh man, it's a close one so far. Now, both players coming out with excellent resources. So Lynx coming out with a little bit less power bombs than he'd like. Sloaters having max power bombs. That's kind of one of the more important things. But Sloaters does have one less super, so at least Lynx has that extra super. Ooh, not making that jump right there. So a little bit of time that Sloaters can gain right there. And man, this is close. This is close, bro.
It's less than 2 seconds at this point. Oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. Lynx is gonna have to farm up at some point. Is gonna use this one last power bomb to get through the attic, and is gonna need some kind of help here from drops for the power bombs needed to go through lower North Fair. Where's he gonna be able to pick those up, Eddie?
Yeah, so typically, if he doesn't get one randomly in this attic, he is going to have to farm the 2 crabs, and then if he doesn't get enough there, he's going to have to farm the B-Tom on the way down from Red Tower. So we'll see. Both players doing this attic.
There's that D-boost strat again from Sloaters that we saw in the previous match. Oh, unfortunately, that Key Hunter not getting away. I thought it was going to fly off screen there. That can be a real pain in the butt when it gets too far off screen in the attic.
Yeah, but you know, in the end, there was no major mishap in the attic. You know, Prof, I have to admit, I'm getting a little nervous for this bowling room. This is where Sloaters took the death last time. I was mentioning that it looks not scary, but you miss this jump on the ledge and you'll die, just like what happened to Sloaters in the last one. So both these brothers going through this bowling section.
Nice delayed D-boost with the Sloaters, and both runners are across bowling. Let's go, folks. We have a race.
Woo. All right, so wiping my brow a little bit. I didn't want Sloaters to go out like that, but both players, you know, just really close. You see this chosen statue just taking Samus down to that gravity suit. They're neck and neck right now. Oh man, this is what we can ask for. Both players
Nice.
honestly have great resources. Although Lynx does have to get those power bombs, like we said earlier.
Yeah, I think in this situation, you'd probably, if you were Lynx, want to trade that missile count for a couple power bombs if you had the option.
For sure. And we're actually probably going to see that because what's going to happen in the crab room, both players will do that pseudo screw. They'll charge that charge beam and then they'll do a jump, one shot the crab, and then Lynx is going to drop a few extra missiles on the second crab to try to get that chance at a power bomb. I think it's something like a 40% chance that they drop them, but if Lynx doesn't get a power bomb from any of them, then that kind of sucks. He's going to have to farm the red tower beat time at minimum and then do some sort of backup strat for high jump boots. Go. All right, that's looking good. One. Yep. Oh, look at the sync right here.
Do you still get the B-Tom here? I'm not sure how resource management works in this route. I feel like you probably still would want the B-Tom, but I might be wrong.
Yes, because ultimately you're going to have to use the power bomb to break the Meridia tube, and that's required.
Oh, and the high jump boot strat. That's right.
Yes,
okay.
The high jump boot strat. So when you're leaving out of the high jump boots, you drop a power bomb so that it breaks the blocks as well as kills the Sova on the way out. It's a little bit different in KPDR, but that is going to be the fastest strat. So you will definitely see Lynx farm here because it's going to be a little faster to farm this. Yeah, grabs that little power bomb right there for that high jump boot strat that's going to come up. That we'll mention. So
and almost making up the time for that farm on both Red Tower Moonfalls. Unbelievable. The sync is real, folks. Let's go.
Yep. So both these runners heading over and we're going to go pick up that Spazer beam. That's going to speed up all the boss fights pretty much. That Ridley fight, that Mother Brain fight in particular. Don't really want to fight them without that extra firepower because they're going to be it's going to be way too slow otherwise. Meanwhile, we have both players heading over to that Meridia tube. We'll go ahead and break that tube right now. And I have to imagine both players are going to head straight down to that upper Norfair. No Kraid second shenanigans. I'd be shocked if that happened. I would do it myself, but I'd be shocked if these runners did it.
Yeah, I think that there's no chance.
There we go.
Folks, if you are keeping track of lead changes, good luck, because we've had an abundance of them already. This best of 3 final rubber match is absolutely living up to the expectations as both these runners make their way down to Lower Norfair. I am so hyped for this. Let's go.
Yep. All right. So, as you can, this is the pre-high jump boots route. Both players literally smacking that energy tank with the knee at the exact same kind of point. Sloater's getting that little cleaner quick fall through the thing, so you can see Sloater's picking up a little bit of time here. And both players weaving through. I mean, that itself right there, that little shot weave thing, that's not an easy trick. I mean, they're making it look trivial. Every room in this game is hard. So, all right, here we go. This is where you use the power bomb. Yep. Get a little D-boost up that Sova and get through that room real quick. These runners will grab a little bit of farm here. Lynx, because of his ad extracts, does have a few extra supers on Sloaters. So Sloaters hoping that he'll get hooked up on these random Sova kills that he'll be employing. So that previous group didn't look like he get hooked up at all. Didn't look like he really got hooked up, but there's a few kills that he can do right here, and he's gonna hope that he gets some supers right here. There's
at least one.
All right, so.
Well, they're dead even on supers now. Yeah, I think it was 2.
Yep. All right, so looking good. Frame cut out a little bit, but yeah, Sloaters did pick up 2, so they are even on that farm, and they are pretty much even in this race as well.
Holy smokes!
All right, so Lynx's power bomb count is still a little bit low. So in that cathedral room, there are 2 hoppers that you typically will mow down with an ice beam and a few missile shots. You're gonna probably see Lynx do a little stutter, and that's because they will drop the power bombs that Lynx wants. Sloaters might just barrel through them because he's got 2 power bombs. I think he's fine, but you'll see a little stutter from Lynx right here. Yeah, there we go. So Sloater's gonna take that stutter right now as well because they're actually neck and neck right now. Look at this sync.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh! Okay, upper rising tide or lower? Sloater's going for that lower. Here's a direct.
I get a little bit of both.
Here's a direct comparison. There you go. That's the speed difference. That's why you do upper rising tide to save those frames.
It's about 20 frames, I think.
Oh,
both runners. Oh.
Okay, all right. So Sloater's been having a good backup for that bubble mountain, but Lynx executing that bubble mountain takes a little bit of the lead right here. And man, that was a fast farm if I've ever seen one. So that little jump through you saw Sloaters there, you might say, why did you do that? Well, that's one of the worst doors in the game, so you got to fix that door. It's a little bit faster to fix it than to just run straight through and wait 5 years for that door transition. Oh, Lynx getting a little caught up on that door. Sloater's making through. So, man, we're seeing tiny things really showing how people are making how the tiny things that they're doing is what's giving them the lead, and we're having multiple lead changes as a result of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is really what it's coming down to. It's execution on ledge grabs, on down grabs, door fixes. You see the difference there. Lynx choosing to run through, but getting the much longer door transition. And Sloater's probably made up, I don't know, 20 frames there or so.
Oh, Sloater's just took one farm and he's like, I'm out. I'm going for it. Lynx going for that 2 farm because six supers is not, man. Sloater's also just supering that door. Sloater's is like, you know what? I'm just going for it. I'm not gonna farm, not gonna waste that much time farming, and Lynx is going to grab those missiles. Doesn't feel like he is super far behind or anything, and is gonna grab that safety, but man, we still have a sink right here. But I would take Lynx's resources over Sloater's any day of the week, having 2 extra supers heading into that lower Norfair fight. All right, so let's see if both players can get this big jump across the gap. Oh, Sloater's taking a little hit on that spike. You know, every damage you take at this point is significant because you don't have much health going into lower Norfair. Lynx pretty much taking no damage, doing this flawlessly. Sloater's doing a little D-boost right there. So Sloater's health is not going to look that great. If either of these runners miss Lava Spark, that's going to be very spooky, but especially Sloater's. If Sloater's misses it, that could be devastating. So here we go. We have to hold our breath. This is a very pivotal moment of the game. This trick is pretty darn important to land.
Ooh, Lynx bailing out there. Didn't like something about that setup.
Sloater's just barely nailing that Lava Spark. Gets the angle in, and Lynx is going to have to do the gravity jump. So this is a time loss for Lynx, but the benefit of this is Lynx's health is looking really good. Sloater's after the Pillar Spark, assuming he gets that, is going to be have a little bit, you know, it's pretty normal health, but it is always scary in this section. This is somewhere you absolutely can die. So Sloater's being ahead of Lynx right now is going to be the first to enter all of these dangerous rooms. So let's keep an eye on Sloater's right now. Gets the Pillar Spark, 88 health, that's good. Can survive 2 hits from any of these dangerous monsters in lower Norfair.
Nice Pillar Sparks for Lynx. Now coming through into worst room in the game.
Worst room in the game for Sloater's, and now we have Lynx.
Nicely handled by Sloater's there, not taking any hits.
Good room by
Nice.
Lynx as well. Okay.
Wow, all right. This is about all we could hope for right now as commentators and spectators. It is neck and neck. Sloater's with a slight time advantage. Lynx still with the health advantage and 2 extra supers, which could allow him to catch up and retake the lead again. It is so close. Neck and neck for these 2 runners. Sloaters27, Lynx here in the Super Metroid Any Percent SpeedGaming Live 2021 finals. Anything can happen, folks. Hold on to your butts.
Okay, so Lynx not getting that Pillar Spark, or not getting that spark in that room is going to cause some lag in this room, and that's going to slow him down a little bit. Sloater's getting through the last dangerous part of this upper Norfair. But I'll have to say, as a commentator, I was excited to see Sloater's get 2 big healths from those from the Key Hunters, because that's going to ensure that he has much less time to die. But Sloater's really does want some supers right now. All right,
Just
so coming out
drop
with 8
there.
supers, that's okay. Lynx has a much higher chance of coming out with max supers in here, and once again, that's going to speed up that Ridley fight. Oh, only getting 1 super right there. Okay, so Lynx's resources looking a little bit better, but Sloater's did get that extra super. So 180 health entering this Ridley fight, 15-9. These are great resources. Let's see if Sloater's can take care of this fight, and we have Lynx about to also enter as well.
Oh, and the 10th super for Lynx. That'll be nice.
Yes.
Both runners going full beam fight here.
Sloater's just taking damage to run through and get those extra frames.
Ooh! Taking a little hit and a dip in the lava there, in the acid.
Sloaters really doesn't want to take more damage at this point. Sloater's missing a few charge shots here. Oh, that was a quick dodge.
A little bit cleaner on LynxX's side and still has that one extra super. This could pull even very quickly.
Just multiple pogos by Sloaters, so that is going to be a little bit slower. The swoops are faster at a high level, but the pogos are a bit safer.
There it is.
Sloaters
Nicely executing that quick grab. All right. Oh, did that last super not hit? Did Ridley pull away too quickly there?
I think he's still okay. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
This fight done. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so,
I think Lynx may have missed that last super. It cost him a couple seconds. That's 3 extra charged Spazer shots there.
Okay, so important thing to note. Yeah, okay, so Sloaters did get a little bit of farm. LynxX has excellent health coming out into the Sword Warfare. I have to let everyone know this is the scariest part right now of this run. Ridley is scary, but when you're a seasoned veteran, okay, so Sloaters is going to just opt to grab a little bit of extra farm here. Doesn't want to mess with dying in the Sword Warfare. Probably knows that he has a little bit of a lead, but once again, they're neck and neck. And yeah, we just got to make sure like this D boost doesn't go wrong. If the wasteland goes wrong, then you're suddenly in a really sketchy situation for the rest of this escape. Ooh, LynxX taking some damage he didn't want to, but has plenty of health still. Now this key hunter manipulation, it's almost expected that you might just take one hit. So not taking a hit is extremely well executed by both runners.
Ooh, almost getting up over the top for Sloaters.
LynxX taking no hits. That being said, because they had good health coming out of this, I think they'll be okay. The 3 Musketeers being the last dangerous part, and they're both going to be able to take 2 hits. LynxX actually being able to take 3 hits. And I've never seen LynxX mess up 3 Musketeers, so I feel the utmost confidence that we're going to see both of these runners continuing on to that crate fight. But man, Prof, this is so close.
This movement. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Sloaters taking a hit right there, but yeah, he'll be fine.
Okay.
And LynxX bailing through one of them as well. Oh,
nicely done by Sloaters there.
They're out of the final dangerous part of this, and
they're still neck and neck.
We have a race, Prof.
Could we ask for anything more? The rubber match, the final game of this 2021 SpeedGaming Live Super Metroid any % tournament, and we are neck and neck. They are both in Bubble Mountain at the same time, headed up to Crade. I'm speechless. This is incredible, Eddie.
This is incredible. This is pretty much all we can ask for. But you know what, Prof? We have the Crade situation. They're gonna get through this, I think, just fine. But that Meridius section, that's a spot where we could see a lot of time lost or time gained from each of these runners. We still have the Turian to come up. We got the Mother Brain for up. There's still so much left in this run that could swing it in the favor of another racer. And we have Sloaters taking the lead on LynxX right now, albeit just a few seconds. This is such a great race.
Yeah, and that was a cute little way to hold on to the lead there, because Sloaters actually missing that jump through the save room and having a very quick reaction for a little wall jump to stay up on top from falling into that small little pit. And just like that, goodness gracious, another lead change, and here we both go the same door transition at the same time. Unbelievable.
Yep, we're seeing just all the optimal strats being decked out here. 6 charge shots to kill these pirates. 2 missiles dropped and jump through that door with that door open. Oh, LynxX bonking that door right now, so Sloaters will take a little bit of an extra lead right there. And but it's really not that much. Alright, so both runners shooting straight down. You might notice, why are they doing that? Well, there are some off-screen nails that if you kill, it'll reduce some lag in this fight, because there's a lot of lag in this fight. And just like that, with the blink of an eye, Crate down for both runners. And they will be grabbing that very soon. Need that to finish the game, or else you'll need to pick up 60 tanks. That's just kind of how the Mother Brain Rainbow Beam works at the end of the game. And yeah, both players have pretty fine resources in here. Sloaters' resources looking a little bit worse, and the reason I say that is because you are going to have to do a Spark in Meridia, and that is going to drain some health. So sometimes there is a Batoon strat that you have to employ that involves taking a hit, and Sloaters really doesn't want to get into that health bomb range because you really want the Batoon drops to really hook you up if you can. But we'll see. Sloaters not quite getting that Mock Ball. Almost there. Lynx opts to drop a Power Bomb here. Is going to do that 3-farm strat here.
Oh, very nicely done. Now, it's interesting, Eddie, you mentioned the health considerations going into Meridia here. Is that actually one of the reasons that we don't see the lag reduction strat in the spikes at Kraid? There's just no... So, I mean, I know you have Wave and you can shoot the particles off screen, but I guess there's just no real reason at that point to take the damage.
Yes, for Sloaters' instance, I don't think he'd want to do it, period. But the lag reduction strat is definitely viable. I think these runners just don't do it because your X position is slightly different, and that could affect the consistency of it. So Sloaters grabbing that little extra health because he didn't want to make sure that something happens to Batu and gets that health bomb. So yeah, the lag reduction in Kraid, it is a very good strat, and I think the main reason that these runners may not be employing it is strictly because of just that consistency. Don't really want to miss that Kraid could kill this deep into the run. The Lynx with just that slightly extra crispier movement looks like he is able to take that lead from Sloaters. Still neck and neck though. And
all right, that looked like a much better setup for Lynx this time. Yep, and there it is, very nicely executed. Lynx was a little fast in that jump and turnaround in the last matchup, and it cost him against Batoon. Of course, at that point in the race, Sloaters had already taken a death, but Lynx making a nice adjustment there and hitting it when it counts. Ooh, almost with the double Yahtzee. Let's go.
Yahtzee for Lynx, and Sloaters got up there. That's fine.
Hockey, where are you at?
All right, full happy room coming up for both runners. This is a pretty important trick. It is a very significant time loss if they don't make it. Lynx getting across with that full halfie, and Sloaters getting across with that full halfie as well.
Done.
So, once again, slight lead change. Lynx has that lead right now, but Dragon, these players are so good. I don't typically see them. If they mess up Dragon, they can recover extremely quickly, but always got to hold your breath. This is a very tense moment of the match. Have to point out that Lynx does have 4 missiles, 1 super. Typically, you'll shoot 3 missiles, 1 super, and if you don't get a good spark, you want a little bit more ammo. So Lynx has less of a room to make a mistake here. So let's see if both players can get that coveted 2 in blue and the spike suit.
Oh no!
That's not what Lynx wanted. Sloaters getting a really good hit right there. Lynx is going to go for the 3 spark. Sloaters also going for that 3 spark. Oh, good fight for Sloaters. Oh my gosh, good backup for both. Spike suit.
Yeah, a nice recovery there. Lynx getting stuck with a bit of a moonwalk issue there, needing to go for the 3 spark. And Sloaters, it looked like, I'm not sure exactly what happened. Did he just go a little high on that last spark?
I'm not sure, but both players were able to nail the spike suit at the very last second. Oh
wow.
My gosh.
Can you believe this? Eddie, how many rooms have they been trading back and forth? I can't, I mean, the lead could not possibly have been more than 5 seconds at any point in the last 15 minutes.
I mean, honestly, that's what it looks like to me. I've got to say, this is a crazy race. Sloaters' health, both super counts looking extremely good, but Sloaters does have only 29 health. Will have to farm. Oh, Lynx taking a little stumble right there. Forgot to shoot the block right there.
Yeah, it looked like the wave beam just got out of position, and as a result, that bottom tile just did not get out of the way for Lynx. Cost him a few seconds there.
Yeah, I think Lynx kind of didn't shoot that first wave beam and then forgot that he had to, there's another set of blocks that you follow to travel to shoot that wave beam. Realized it a little bit too late and then doubled back and turned around. So Sloaters takes the lead once again, but he has 34 health, so he's going to have to farm. Lynx is probably going to do a 1 farm or no farm and just go for it at this point. There we go, 1 farm from Sloaters. Lynx is going to take this and go. There we go. So, Sloaters has to stop for a second, but this is so neck and neck right now. Oh.
Ooh, uncharacteristic mistakes for Lynx cost him the opportunity to close the lead just a little bit more on Sloaters, but we have nearly identical resources going into G4. The health might be a little bit different depending on what Green Pirates drop.
Yeah. So it's hard to say what kind of health or what kind of resources you prefer, because the 129 health is a little bit low, but you know. Oh, I think Lynx accidentally. No. Sloaters has that extra super, so this is it's hard to say what you'd want, but what I can say is this race is really close. Both the players employing the same strat here, keeping that speed ball through, and we'll be heading down the Terminator. Call Terminator because you revisit it for the second time here. They'll be back, and they are back. And so they're just running through, not getting that drop.
Not waiting for drops. Yeah.
Drops. Oh, getting a super, rewarded with an extra super right there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's interesting. If I think I would have wanted those drops there with the 129 health, but Sloaters just going for it. We'll enter G4 just about 2 to 3 seconds ahead of Lynx. Folks, we have a race. We don't have the dead even sync that we had the other day with Gebu and Kip, but boy, this is about as close as it can get.
You couldn't have asked for a better grand finals match in this. I almost feel like Sloaters decided, you know what, I want a dramatic end to this match, so let's just die bowling. We'll say Sloaters did that intentionally to amuse the fans a little bit, so that we could have this finals match of the SGLIVE 2021 Any% tournament. And both players will be heading into Turian, where things can go wrong, and we just hope that it goes right all the way to the very end.
Well, Eddie, here's the thing. In the first race between these two, Sloaters pulled out a win, as you said, by coming within, what, about 12, 15 seconds of his PB. They are about on pace for a mid-42 right now. That's exactly what he's going to have to do again in order to pull this out over Lynx.
So we see there's a lot of... easily could be a change in the pace here, so here we go.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. That could have been really bad for Sloaters. Not able to detach that Metroid and taking a little bit of extra damage. Got down to about 20 health or so, but now the resources look much better.
Let's see what super count is not looking too hot right now.
Oh dear.
Still not looking too hot. Meanwhile, Lynx looking like he's got some prime resources. Floaters is gonna have to get a little bit of lucky, here.
Needs 2. Got all of them.
Okay, there we go. Both players come out with prime resources, both getting that Rinka deboost. So we have 89 HP, maxed out resources, and here we go. The baby skip. I am so scared right now. Bro.
We talked about the resources maybe being a problem for Sloaters. He made it through, but did have to give up the lead. Lynx recapturing the lead, and here we go. 2 in-sync baby skips. Hold on to your butts, folks. Setups look good so far. 1 extra jump for Lynx. A little lag hitting the hopper in the ceiling, but I think they both get through in almost perfect sync. Sloaters retaking the lead by less than a second.
Oh my gosh. Lynx looked like he was gonna grab, had that readjustment at the very end, and oh my gosh, this is so close.
Unbelievable. And with the moonfall there, almost perfect sync coming through the door. Lynx making up just a few frames.
Lynx having some trouble with the step skip.
Alright, let's keep an eye on these turrets. Oh, that turret just staring at Lynx for such a long time.
This is so close. It's going to come down to this Mother Brain 2 execution. Hopefully both players can make it through, but this is neck and neck. This is the grand finals of this tournament. This is so close. The SNES Junior on the line. Oh my gosh.
Here we go, 60 shots. Cutting it a little close there. My goodness.
Oh my gosh, that onion rings for Lynx. Every missed charge shot here counts. Every repress on that charge to get that beam out faster will count at this point of the match because they're so close with each other.
Ooh!
Catch-up beam coming out for Sloaters.
That's okay. Could have been much worse. Sloaters managing that damage on the meatball. Oh no, Lynx. Did Lynx make it through? A little stream delay here? Oh my goodness, please.
Oh my gosh. Rainbow beam coming for Sloaters. Sloaters
Yeah, this
made
is
it through this
mid
fight.
42 pace for Sloaters.
Lynx,
Lynx
based off that
30
catch-up
seconds
phase,
behind.
I'm pretty sure Lynx made it through that fight based off where that catch-up beam was.
Nope, there's another catch-up. Oh my goodness. Now, if they're still just about even there, with Sloaters being slightly ahead, it is worth noting that Lynx does have one long moonfall left in the Leodoc's room.
Lynx's stream is lagging a little bit, but I can confirm he did make it through the Mother Brain 2 fight without dying. This is so close, Prof. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it was a mid 42 pace with the baby grab on Mother Brain 2. We'll see when Lynx's stream catches up to that point where exactly he is. I don't think that he made up that time. I think he's still going to be about 10 seconds behind here.
What I can say though, Prof, is that this is a very close match, and it's hard to say what's going to happen here. All right, so we have Sloaters going into this Mother Brain 3 fight. We don't know where Lynx stands currently, but what we do know is Sloaters has to execute this flawlessly. And if he executes this flawlessly, there's a very good chance that he will win this entire tournament.
A couple missed shots, but overall a pretty clean Mother Brain 3 fight there. No big issues with onion rings or any knockback. We are still left held in suspense with Lynx's stream struggling at just about the worst possible time.
What I can say is that when we get to the final moments of the racetime.gg time, I will let everyone know what the results are, but this is really close. We have Sloaters getting into the escape. Ooh, missing that grab right there. Doesn't quite make the door.
Holy smokes, folks! We just have Lynx's stream back up, and they're within seconds of each other, but Lynx still, with the long moonfall ahead, will save some time on Sloaters.
Moonfall! The moonfall
That's
might
it.
make all the difference!
Holy smokes, Leodoc's room with the moonfall. Oh, Lynx stream, please. Both well executed Behemoth Sparks within
Gosh, it's
maybe
gonna come
2
down to the
seconds.
parlor and Steam! Oh!
Oh, Lynx taking
parlor!
2 drops! No!
That could be it! That could be it! Lynx is struggling on the parlor! Sloaters getting the good mock ball on the Steam right there!
I think that might be it.
Sloater gets good brother, and Sloaters finishes in first place! Lynx trailing behind, and that's it! Sloaters finishing in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 42 minutes and 51 seconds! Lynx coming in second place with 42 minutes and 56 seconds! Oh my gosh!
What did we just witness?
What did we witness, Prof? What we witnessed was probably the most spectacular finals of the Super Metroid. Oh my gosh. The Super Metroid 80% could not have asked for a better finals. Sloaters executing that end terrain part, the escape flawlessly. Lynx taking a little stumble, had that advantage on the moonfall and the escape, but had that fall in the parlor and couldn't make it out fast enough. So Sloaters comes out in first place and wins the grand finals of the Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament for SG Live 2021.
5 seconds. I don't think the lead was 5 seconds for the last 30 minutes of this race. Eddie, are you kidding me right now? Lynx retaking the lead in Leodoc's room with the long moonfall, touching down just slightly ahead of Sloaters, ahead at Behemoth Spark, and then missing 2 and then a 3rd jump in Parlor. Sloaters executing Parlor to near perfection, getting the good steam and the mock ball. But it wasn't just the steam that won it for Sloaters. It was iced in the veins in that final stage of Parlor, and with that, the 2021 SGL Super Metroid Any Percent champion, sloaters27. What a set of 3 races did we just have? And joining us now live on the air is our 2021 champion, sloaters27. Holy smokes, Sloaters, G heckin' G.
Oh my God, thank you. I am. This was electrifying. I told Lynx in the chat that is hands down the best race I've ever been in. Every time I looked over, it was insane. It was back and forth. I can't believe that just happened.
I'm at a loss for words. I mean, Sloaters just, taking that first death in the game 1, putting on a little bit of show for us after the death. But, it's at a wash. You had being in the winner's bracket, taking out Lynx in the first run, and being in this game 2, and pulling out a 42 against Lynx in this final race. I couldn't ask for more. That baby skip, both of you taking a few extra jumps, it almost looked like something bad was going to happen, but both of you being synced up all the way pretty much until the very end. We actually thought that Moonfall was going to be what was going to have Lynx take home the game at the end of the escape. That's just how close this was. I'm at a loss for words, Sloaters.
Me too, man. I can't believe it. That was such a good race, and I'm not even upset about what happened with the first game, because to get that race for the game deciding race, that's crazy.
Yeah, Sloaters, I'm sure you were focused very intently at that point on the escape. You had just a little bit of a lead coming through. Lynx's stream froze up pretty bad, but you maintained that lead through the Mother Brain 2 and 3 fight. And then Lynx touched down as his stream reconnected. The Moonfall, he touched down with that Leodoc's room Moonfall just a few frames ahead of you, and then it was just Parlor that sealed it for you. How are you feeling in those final few sequences of Parlor, Sloaters?
I couldn't even tell you. I was just so incredibly focused. I'd kind of closed the stream out just so I could focus on what I was doing, so I had no idea how close it was in the escape. But yeah, I had the same fear of the Moonfall. I knew it was very close, at least when we got to Mother Brain, so I just focused as hard as I could.
And we are joined by our other competitor, Lynx. Congratulations on an incredible tournament and on the second place finish. GG, and thank you for an absolutely incredible race. How are you feeling right now?
I think that was actually an admin joining us here.
Oh, that's on me. I'm sorry. Someone came into the comms booth. I thought it was Lynx. I didn't look up. I apologize.
Yeah,
Folks,
I'm here for the
swerve.
closing statements from the SpeedGaming side. So continue with your interview, and I'll talk after we're done with that.
Got you.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay, but yeah. So Sloaters, I mean, this is huge for you. This Any Percent tournament, coming in first place, you're gonna take home that coveted prize of that modded SNES Junior, as well as a nice cash prize from this tournament. And I mean, just what are your thoughts going into all of this? You had quite the run, essentially not dropping a game until that first match against Lynx.
Yeah, I mean, it feels really great, man. Coming into SG Live, I would have thought I had better chances of winning the rando tournament than this one. So it's kind of funny how it turned out. Didn't win that one, but managed to squeeze the win in this one. So it is a bit unexpected, but I'm super pleased with how I played and at everything I played, even like the SMZ3 matches I played in. So it's been a really good SG Live for me, and it's been a ton of fun. I'm very happy with my performance overall.
Sloaters, it's really hard for us to dissect things, just given how remarkably close. I mean, I don't think the end finish was a 5-second difference. I don't think the difference in the race for the last half an hour was more than 5 seconds. If I could ask you to just reflect on the race for a minute, is there anything, having followed along, that you felt was a pivotal moment in that race? I mean, obviously the closing sequence and parlor is what sealed it for you. But reflecting back, what did you find through that race? Was it the boss fights? Was it just general movement and execution? What do you feel, reflecting back now in the moment, was sort of the pivotal parts of that race for you?
I mean, it's really tough to say. I would say seeing where we were at coming out of the wrecked ship, I think that kind of solidified in my mind that I definitely had a chance. I feel like there's a lot of variance that can happen between Moat and Fantoon, and having both of us kind of struggle at Moat and then getting out a Fantoon with the same patterns and coming out wreck ship, pretty close to each other. That's kind of when I like snapped into, all right, it's on. I gotta, pedal to the floor. Let's go.
Yeah, and there were a couple of moments where I think Lynx had a little bit better resources in a few places, including leaving Ridley, and that ended up costing you some time. I think you managed it quite well. You made a decision, for example, to farm the extra metal pirate, leaving Lower Norfair. That seemed to pay off. I assume those are all calculated decisions in response to your resources at the time. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, in that situation, I'd probably like to grab Ridley E-Tank and then maybe potentially skip Batoon E-Tank, but I was pretty close to having comfortable health, and also my super count was kind of low. So I figured the pirate might be a better idea, and then I don't have to worry about like managing my health to possibly skip Batoon Tank. So that did work out very well for me. Yeah.
Gotta say, cracking out of 42 in the finals of a run is absolutely incredible. I mean, for all the things, as you can see, Link saying in chat, like it coming down to just the parlor in the end. I mean, it wasn't even the steam; it just came down to the parlor. Just how crazy this race was for it to be, just 5 seconds apart. It's just absolutely incredible showing. I'm at a loss for words. This is probably the best thing that we could have had for our grand finals.
Yeah, and I just want to say, Lynx, I mentioned in the last interview, I think, but Lynx to me was definitely the favorite to win this thing. I think if him and I played 100 races together, he's going to take most of them, right? He's a phenomenal player, and it's players like him that have kept me playing the game for so long, having people on the leaderboard that bop you and you bop them back, and you guys keep competing with each other and pushing your times down. Guys like him, like I love playing this game because of it. I love the competition, and it's just such an honor being able to play him and to be able to take away a couple games from him too. So I'm super pumped to have that opportunity to play against him.
Yeah, everyone, please show some love for Lynx in the chat. Absolutely outstanding member of this community. Always so helpful. Always such a nice guy. Just streams the great content, great Super Metroid content for us. Putting up excellent races. One of the top runners in the entire world when it comes to this game. It's just incredible person. So please show some love for Lynx in chat. He's an amazing person and an amazing runner.
Huge GGs to Lynx on an absolutely outstanding tournament. It came down to the wire in the end. Sloaters needed 2 42s in order to dispatch Lynx and wind up our 2021 SGL Live champion in the Super Metroid Any Percent bracket. Incredible performance, Sloaters. It was a thrill to call. Thank you so much for lending us that canvas to paint on. GG, sir.
Thank you. And thank you guys for doing the commentary. You did an excellent job. The parts that I was listening to when I wasn't as focused.
Of course. So, Rick, was there something that you wanted to say?
Well, on behalf of Speed Gaming, I do want to thank the Super Metroid 80% community for coming on out and having a wonderful tournament. This second race here, a very big case of why this is such a great tournament to have here with the Speed Gaming family. And, 5 seconds is amazing. Congratulations to Sloaters on winning the championship, winning the prize money, as well as that modded SNES. Also, GG's to LynxX on a fantastic second place effort, and a special thanks to Edzwu here, who's been pretty much the workhorse behind getting this thing put together and making sure that it's been running really smoothly. So on behalf of Speed Gaming, a big thank you to Edzwu and also to everyone who's helped out with this tournament.
All right, so Prof, you have any final words that you want to say before I take us out here?
What else could I say? Eddie, thank you to you. Thank you to all of our runners. It was a pleasure myself to be involved in both the commentary and on the part of a runner as well. Incredible tournament. I cannot wait for the next one. And big thanks to Eddie, Rick, and all the other people who helped organize not only the Super Metroid tournament, but SGL 2021. Incredible stuff. Thank you so much to everyone.
Absolutely. All right. So as this was the grand finals. This was the final match of the Super Metroid 80% tournament for SGLIVE in 2021. And I've got to say, I thank you so much to everyone here. Prof, thank you for doing the comms. Sloaters, LynxX, thanks for the race. Rick, thank you for helping out so much with just organizing all the restreams, all the Speed Gaming crew, everyone here, Fiesel, just everyone. I'm missing names for sure, but I'm so glad that as the tournament organizer for this tournament, being able to just get this going and pretty much having no issues. The entire Super Metroid community is just so amazing and just made it so easy for me that it was honestly just a pleasure to be able to crank these comms out. All the racers deserved as many comms as they can get, the restreams they can get. This has been probably the most pleasant tournament organization I think you could honestly have possibly done, and I'm honestly at a loss for words. For those of you who maybe don't run Super Metroid, highly recommend just finding, go to LynxX stream, go to Sloaters' stream, go to any speedrunner stream. Everyone is so nice, they'll get you into it, and maybe next year if we have this tournament again, maybe you could join the next tournament, because Super Metroid, it's a timeless game. It's been running for so many years at this point, yet there's always new players coming into it. I only came in here last year, and I've been the community is the most welcoming community I've ever been a part of. So that's it for me for this tournament. So for all you viewers out here, go pick up your SNES controller, get an emulator or something, figure out how to play this game, get into speedrunning, join the tournament next time. And all that being said, I hope that next time we can absolutely see you next mission. So thank you so much, everyone. And that does it for this tournament.